gonna get you, Gavin!
One of the challenges the state authorities are having, just so that your audience understands, and I didn't fully understand this, is that if they go in and arrest people right now, they're not going to maybe not be able to turn those people into like confidential informants against the higher ups. So we can, I think people can be arrested tomorrow. It's just a question of, we want to know who's behind it. So my team is currently in the field finding out who's behind it. We even, Benny, went into the homes of one of the bad guys. They let us in and they were kind of flipping on their bosses. So we, the citizen journalists, are kind of doing the job of the FBI. I mean, this is what really the billion-dollar Leviathan should be doing. And I think that's a sign of the times, really, is what it is. This is why it requires small, independent, no red tape citizen journalists to do the job. But I'm frustrated. Like we're getting punched in the neck. We're my team, they're here. Andrew's a hero. Cam Higby's a hero. He had pepper spray to make sure I wasn't killed, but we're risking our lives to do this. And the only thing we ask is that somebody be arrested and that the billion-dollar media corporations take a risk and put it on the air, because we're taking the risk. So I'm a little bit frustrated here, but I'm going to keep fighting like hell and keep releasing a tape every day.
Yeah, I mean, if you can play Nick Shirley's stuff, then surely you can play this. I mean, this, as much as there's an illusion.
Well, they got sued for the Dominion lawsuit, so they're worried about liability. But again, if you've got billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, I don't have billions of dollars. Cam Higby doesn't have billions of dollars. Anthony Rubens doesn't have any money. Savannah Hernandez works for. I mean, so if independent people are risking everything to bring the truth to the American people, I think it's important for our institutions to just for a second to do the right thing and to put the truth over profits. I'm not going to stop. I'm putting pressure on. We got new tape coming out today, but if you haven't seen it, this latest investigation in Skid Row, you got dozens and dozens of instances of cash given to. They get a piece of paper. They say, "Here, vote in this person's name." It's pretty remarkable footage there on Skid Row. And the disenfranchised voters are saying they're outraged after being shown their name was used to vote on this California ballot petition.
So it's a pretty critical question, is what's to stop this from happening in every election? I mean, what you're showing here is not just the signatures. You're showing like the actual voting. You're showing that they're just forging people's ballots and their names. And we've heard about this. We've seen plenty of reports about it. Nobody seems to be particularly concerned, because these mail-in balloting systems, and when it's illegal to ask for a voter ID, you can just do this. You could just vote. Like, you could just rig every single election and just have homeless people do it. Seems to me like maybe the reason to have so many homeless people and illegals in California would be this system.
This is happening tens of thousands of times. But the problem is, the New York Times Sunday wrote, "This doesn't happen." So we don't share realities. And you say that we already know this. People say we already know this is happening. Actually, I would disagree. I think people don't know this is happening. And further, I think there's a difference between hearsay and circumstantial evidence, like people wearing gloves, doesn't mean they're committing voter fraud. I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen the reports. It's always circumstantial, right? You never get the smoking gun. You never catch them in the act. The reason why Gavin Newsom is not attacking me right now, and he's going, "Oh, we got to arrest these people," which is, people were surprised by that, by the way. Well, the reason why Gavin Newsom is not attacking me is because the crime is caught on video. I mean, it's a constitutional crisis, So, there has to be an arrest. There has to be. If there isn't, I mean, after this, then, I mean, your point is well taken. I could go to every other state and do it. And that's what muckraker.com had an idea yesterday, because I had him on, and he said, "You know what, maybe we need to go to every other state and do the same damn thing." I think that's probably what we'll do. But if nobody is arrested after being on the videotape, literally forging a signature and giving cash to vote in other people's names, we're in a state of constitutional crisis that shocks the conscience. So I'm glad that President Trump posted on Truth Social about it. I'm calling on Pam Bondi to go in front of a microphone and talk about it and tell us the status. There's Trump talking about it. He says it's terrible. But I think the Department of Justice needs to, like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a hybrid approach. You rate them, you flip some people on others, but there's got to be perp walks. There's got to be handcuff. I mean, I've been handcuffed 3 times. You know about that. FBI raided my home. I was arrested in 2010. I've been arrested. So there has to be somebody has got to be arrested this week, period. End of story. And if not arrest, then go on television and tell us about what you think about this tape. That's what has to happen.
Where does this go, James? You say that you have people potentially flipping on the higher-ups. Who are the higher-ups? What does your gut tell you?
Well, right now, I have people in the field.
The money's coming from somewhere.
Yes, it is.
You know, and it's a lot of money. Even if it's $5 per signature to a homeless person, there's like suitcases of hundreds of thousands of dollars where the $5 comes from, right?
That's correct. You got a huge audience. So if I say what it is right now, it might hurt my ability over the next few days to continue getting it. But
of course,
there's petitioners and there's coordinators, and it appears as though this is like organized crime. And the thing about organized crime is it's extremely dangerous. So you could have gangs involved in this. There are companies that do this, but they're criminal actions. So there's out-of-state people that come into California. They make a lot of money, and we've been given the names of those companies, and we're currently tracking them down. But yeah, James O'Keefe and Cam Higbee and Savannah Hernandez and Anthony Rubin and John Cho has a report out today. We are going to find the higher-ups and expose them. But I think the question we have to ask ourselves is, without accountability, what does it matter? What does it matter? If no one is held accountable, does bringing it to I guess the question for your audience is a rhetorical question is, do you want me to continue doing this? Do you want me to continue exposing it? Does it even matter? I mean, that's a rhetorical question. I'm not going to answer that because I can stop. I can give up. I can retire. But I'm not gonna put my life in harm's way and my people's life, because they were almost killed, for nothing. It's not worth it. I think you would agree with that. So I can go away. I can be on a sabbatical until someone is arrested. But I'm not going to put my people's life in danger every week for nothing to happen. That's honest. I'm just being vulnerable and transparent with the world. I'm not going to get killed. I saw what happened to Charlie Kirk. I don't want to die. I need to stay on this earth to keep exposing the truth. So I can go on vacation. I can go away. And when y'all are going to arrest somebody, I'll come back. Because I'll tell you what, getting punched in the neck, having nobody get arrested, it's not right. It's immoral is what it is. And the Republicans are in power. The Attorney General of the United States has the jurisdiction to arrest someone tomorrow. I haven't seen any statements on the internet or on Fox News or anywhere else about this. And I frankly, I get there's egos involved, but I think it's a form of cowardice. I'm glad the president is talking about it. I think he should continue to talk about it. And I will continue to keep releasing videos this week. But I'm pissed off. And I'm pissed off because my friend and my closest colleague was violently assaulted and came an inch from we came an inch from losing our lives. Knives and guns there. And I need something to happen. I really need something to happen. Otherwise, I'm going to have to stop doing what I'm doing. And I don't know what else to say.
The waterfall of thanks for you is happening in real time. I mean, I can put up the comments right now, but you can see how everybody is saying, never stop, go get them, praying for you right now. Yes, yes, keep going, James, keep going, James. Enough is enough. Yes, keep going, James. Yes, from Hawaii. There you go. There's plenty of this in Hawaii. Yes, expose away. The people are behind you, but I understand what it feels like to be, frustrated and blackpilled, and to wonder, like, will anything ever happen? I guess coming up right after you is going to be James Comer, and he's getting seated right now. What he's set? Okay, what would be your suggestion for James Comer? He has subpoena power in the House. What
My
would be
suggestion is for James Comer to look at the tape we released yesterday. I don't know James Comer, but I believe him to be a good man. Look at the video, James. Congressman, correct?
Of course, yes.
Congressman Comer.
Oversight chairman.
Oversight chairman, even better. Share the video with your colleagues on Capitol Hill. I've got Mike Casey on the Hill right now, knocking on every single door of the people with the SAVE Act. I look at the video, share the video, have the courage to talk about this video. That's all I ask. We don't want to talk about election fraud. That's going to get us sued. This is not a circumstantial tape. This is a video evidence of it's like the old cartoons with the bank robbers with the bag of money. Like, that's what this is. So yes. Have the courage to talk about it, Congressman, and share it with your colleagues. And then ask your friends in the White House and in the executive branch of government what they're going to do about it. That's all I ask you to do. Simply ask the question, hey, what are you going to do about it? Because you're in power. I don't have the power to arrest people. That's what my request for James Comer would be.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the great James O'Keefe, two great Jameses back to back, the great James O'Keefe on here demanding action. At some point, you have to see positive results if you're willing to risk your life for something. Otherwise, people are just not going to believe it anymore. You have to see it. This is why people are perfectly happy to die for their faith. But why millions and millions of men have stood throughout time to die for Christianity is because they know it to be true. They know it to be powerful. If you have somebody like James willing to risk his life for the truth, you have to be willing to show that something's going to happen, that the world's going to change in a more positive way.